Sign up now for your free bet.
You know, we got three nice horses to run. What a Friend, Heart of Viking and Join Together. What a Friend, very much a sort of same profile as Neptune. He's been placed in graded races and run really well, but it has been out of form, so we need to bounce back the form. We like the ground. Heart of Viking again, he's been out of form a little bit. Did run well in the 4 mile at Cheltenham last year, beat a length by T for free. On that form would give you a chance, but I'd like to have seen him running a little better this season, hence albeit the ground's been against him a little bit. And Joined Together, trained for the race, ran really well here in the Beecher Chase, was only beating a nose. It looked that day like another circuit would suit him well. He's a little bit moody. If it all goes right, he'd have a chance. If it doesn't, he won't. He jumped great that day, and that's one thing he's always done, is jump very nicely.
As we saw earlier on in the week, Battle Group 1 again, who's the horse St. Dab beat in the big chase last year, which gives a bit of form, and some of these horses just come back to form, and you know, St. Dab's one who seems to enjoy the spring ground and a bit of sun on his back. Dougie Costello got off him last year and said that he definitely warrants coming back here in the big one next year. You know, from that day we sort of had it in the back of our mind, and we were conservative with him in the early part of the season because he just doesn't like the heavy ground really, and you know, thankfully you know, we give him a run or two just to get his eye in, and he's had a couple of runs, he's fit and well now. We freshen him up, and you know, tomorrow Saturday's a big day then. We built our own fences at home, the national type fences, to give him as much experience as we can, and we schooled him over that a good few times last week before the ground dried up too much, and you know, he seemed to take it all in his stride, and you know, the plan will be to sort of get him in a nice rhythm, get him hunting around, and then you know, get into it in the second circuit and see how we go from there.
He's an Irish Hennessy winner. He's won a John Durkin over 2.5. He's plenty of class. He was third in the Hennessy in Leopardstown this year. He's only beaten probably 12 or 15 lengths by the Gold Cup runner-up, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. To be fair, the first day around this year I got off and I said to Paul, I said this could be a horse for the National, and he's a big scopy horse. Hopefully he takes it to this place, and you know, fingers crossed. He's never run on good ground, but I think because he was a big horse so young, they were afraid to risk him on it. He's a light mover. For a big horse, he moves light, and I don't see the ground being an issue. Obviously Culbert Station, Seabass on his own, John Cull for Paddy the Plaster. There's a lot of high class horses in it. I'm really looking forward to him. He's a dual grade 1 winner. He's got plenty of class, and I think if he ends for a nice rhythm and he takes to the place, he's got a big chance.
They've got 150 yards to go. It's Sir Deschamps and Davy Russell. Fleming Star, Andrew Lynch the near side. It's Sir Deschamps on the far side. Sir Deschamps will win the Hennessy Gold Cup for the Jiggestown House Stud. Another big race for Willie Mullins and Davy Russell.
I think excited's the word. To go into such a prestigious race with a live chance is something to get your heart warm anyway. I've only ridden him once in the previous past, and at Haydock, and got a nice feel for him. So I've watched him plenty, watched all his videos, and you know, he fits all the right credentials. Proven he's a good stay. Won at Cheltenham over 4 miles, and he ran well in the Welsh National. So you know, he's got stamina. He's not slow. He's good enough to win over 3 miles. His jumping seems to not let him down over park fences. So hopefully the fences won't be a problem to him. And you know, we go there full of confidence. I think it's a classy race. It's a good race. I think I'll be very surprised if there's a big price winner this year. I think there's a lot of fancied horses that up in the betting that I think have got strong chances, and I'll be very surprised if one of the outsiders comes and beats one of them.
100 yards to go in the Welsh National. Monbeg Dude has gone from last to first. T for 3 is digging deep on the inside, but Monbeg Dude under Paul Carberry has just lasted home.
He's a wonderful horse, and I'm really looking forward to him this year. Obviously with the ground drying out now is a big plus for him, and look, he's a national winner already, so he owes us nothing, but I still think he's got a bit left in his old engine, and he can run a big race. He's owned by a great man, Mr. Hemmings, and he's got one race in mind all year, so this is it. He's got a nice weight. He's a big horse, so he'll carry weight and all. As I say, the good positive is the ground is drying up, so happy days. Chicago Grey is probably the one for me. He's a dour stayer, and obviously he got brought down I think last year, but he won well at Navan the last run, so he's probably the one for me. But it's a wide open race. You can't be too confident going into it because that can happen in national, but we're just hopeful of a big run, you know.
He wants good ground, so he's going to get better ground from today, Saturday, which will suit him better. So Providing he jumps the fences, he'll stay. A lot of things can go wrong, but we'll enjoy it if he wins, I can promise you. Well, I think he's a horse that has to come from behind, so it's a question of how he gets out of trouble, really. He could easily get brought down or whatever, but and also he's got the fences to jump, but he's schooled over the fences they had in Lambourne. He jumped those very well, so in that respect we're happy. The horse he's got in there on 140, so 10 years ago, 140 rated chaser would damnably be favourite. The race has changed dramatically since those days. It's become a very competitive race. He goes there with as much chance as anything else, quite honestly. From the moment 10 days before the race, when it started to dry up, and about one of the time, people have been down to see the horse, etc., that the excitement is huge. And everybody in the yard loves having her on the National. There's no other race in the world that most probably gives you the buzz that particular race or this particular race does.
It'd be a bit different anyway, obviously, not having Hella Bud there, but Pure Commander seems to jump well, and hopefully be a very good ride. He's going there fresh and he is in good form, so you'd hope he'd have a chance. It just so happens I'm riding a horse first time in the Grand National. I've schooled him, I've ridden him in work, and you'd be riding horses first time in novice hurdlers and be no different. Obviously, I got it for Paddy. He is Paddy's ride and always will be. So I'm gutted for him not to be riding him, but he ran a massive race. He was probably only 3/4 fit that day, and he's a lot fitter now. He has a big weight because he's a very, very classy horse. He's won a Gold Cup. He won that off 186. He's now off 153. So he's potentially well handicapped, but obviously got 30 then big green things in front of you, and 39 other horses in the race. So obviously those will be to watch out for as well.
I actually genuinely didn't know there's very good cases for both of them. I'd said to him for a few days that I was leaning towards Colbert Station. As I said, good reasons why you could ride either horse. Colbert Station is a little bit more unexposed, but Sunny Hill Boy has got a little bit less weight. Sunny Hill Boy obviously was second last year, but he's 10 pound higher, but he's got the experience of being around here, seems to like the track. You'd be thinking, like, for anyone's money, why would you not ride a horse that was second last year, proven on the track, proven that he stays. But as I said, it's just very hard for horses to come back, and he nearly won a Grand National, or practically won a Grand National. Could he come back and do it again? Who knows? He could do, and I hope for all the world that if Colbert Station doesn't win, I hope Sunny Hill Boy does.